my plans. Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the...
Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond. Godzilla with boot on. I step into your lawn. Turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed. Need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick. Gotta pick fleas. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the... The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the...
It's a wet and stormy night here in Bellville as it plays host to a pair of physical conference foes, with Clear Fork returning home to defend the Colt Corral against MOAC rival Marion Pleasant. And you can watch it all go down live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. Pre-game coverage and your opening kickoff all on the way. Next.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany, Visit me at mantherapy.org.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Home and Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now.
This is the Buckeye Horizon Heating and Cooling pregame show. Two rough and tumble programs set to meet on a rainy night here in Bellville, each in need of a key midseason victory to bolster their playoff standings. I am Brian Skowronski. The great Sean Adams is with me here tonight. And I think if you look at the first half of the season for both of these teams, wasn't exactly what they had hoped that it would showcase for them, Sean, but plenty of time still to turn it around, and it all begins here tonight. Got the presentation of the colors here tonight, and it looks like it is alumni band night as well. So plenty of people out here on the field setting the scene for a very exciting MOAC showdown between Clear Fork and Pleasant in one of the best small school venues in the entire state, Sean. We always talk about it when we come out here to the Valley, but it's hard not to take in the entire atmosphere. And now with the trees starting to change a little bit and fall setting in, I mean, this is football heaven, buddy. We'll now pause for a moment as we'll get our national anthem. Colts marching band along with the alumni taking us in to Friday night football.
In respect for all those who have served our great country to defend those freedoms, we invite you to remain standing and sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Big shout out to the Colts faithful for getting us set up for tonight as the fireworks popping off overhead. And that is what Marion Pleasant is going to have to deal with here on the road. They really took it on the chin at home, though, last Friday. Sean, we had that game live and free against River Valley. Outside of that, though, I really feel like they've defended well. In 3 of their games so far, they've allowed only 1 score or less. That's going to keep you in just about every single ball game. Got the cheerleaders making their way out, trying to set the stage for the Spartans, who will be coming out here in center stage here in just a moment. And our player spotlight tonight, Drew Niederhouswer, senior running back, the 4th leading rusher in the MOAC, very versatile back. He's got a great set of hands. He's pretty much just dangerous anywhere that you can get him the football. Kind of a scat back, but also runs with a little bit of physicality too, Sean.
Try and get him the ball. And, you know, it's 2-story programs that I don't think
Please welcome to the field your 2024 Colts.
There are the Colts, always making a grand entrance onto the field here at the fabulous Colt Corral. Something that you're not accustomed to seeing normally, though. The Colts at 1-4 so far on the season, coming off a really tough loss at Ontario where they were extremely competitive, Sean. They were down less than a score. I shouldn't say less than a score. They were down one score early in the fourth quarter before dropping that one. And could play themselves, though, into the playoff picture, of course, with the expanded, all the teams getting in now with a victory here tonight. So even though they're 1-4, there's still a lot to play for. Spartans piling up behind their sign that's already coming undone. The wind whipping here down in Bellville. A lot of rain in the area. It's dissipated a bit here, but this is clearly football weather. Mother Nature, she's changed her mood after we got kind of accustomed the last 3 weeks, Sean, to that San Diego type of environment, mid-80s and beautiful. Buddy, this is going to be definitely North Central Ohio style football weather tonight. Yeah.
Of course, that was later in the season, but it's always prone to rain this time of year with the hurricanes and everything. And let's just get it on and let's start a good football game here.
Devyn Oswalt, our player spotlight tonight for Clear Fork, really personifies, I think, what it means to be a Colts linebacker. He's aggressive, physical at the point of attack. He's got a tenacious motor off of the edge, leads the team in tackles, TFLs, and sacks. Niederhouswer.
Try and get him stopped, and I'm sure they're up to the challenge. It's going to be a fun night here watching this two football teams go at it.
Colts will kick it away. So Pleasant will get the football first.
Number 20 from back set to kick off for Clear Fork. Number 11, Colliver, and 13, Burns set to receive.
It'll be a short kick here for the Colts, but it'll skip its way out of the back of the end zone.
That'll go through the end zone there. Ball be spotted at the first, for the 20-yard line first.
And starting at the 20 in high school football is kind of a field position thing, in my opinion. If you can get them to start there, then I think you're already ahead. Let's see if the defense can get out here and get a 3-and-out and get the offensive ball and see what can happen.
First down from the gun. It's going to be a design quarterback run all the way. Colts defense.
Number 1, Noah Lowry, the ball carrier for Pleasant.
Lowry right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Looks like they came out in a little bunch formation there trying to get the edge, and good job by the linebackers to pursue it and the guy pressing the point. Now they're in a little empty formation. Looks like Clear Fork's playing. Okay, now they're going to drop back into zone. It looked like they were playing man-to-man.
They'll air it out far side. Pitch and catch, and it's real close to first down yardage to J.T. Isler.
Lowry's pass complete to number 12, Alex Colliver. Tackle made at 29-yard line by number 21, Porter Schmidt for Clear Fork. So brings on 3rd down and 1.
Nice pass by the quarterback, rolling to his left there. It's not easy to do.
Bring a man in motion. It's going to be Lowry keeping into the deep of the
Number 1, Lowry, ball carrier for Mary Pleasant.
Nowhere to go. Drop for a half-yard loss.
Number 55.
You know, that's what we talked about with these linebackers. You know, they read their keys. The guard and the tackle both pulled. Guy went opposite A, made the tackle. Good job by Clear Fork defense there.
Forced the punt unit to come on here for Pleasant. Colts 2 men standing back, deep to receive. Jackson retreats.
Nice punt. Uh-oh.
Gonna let it hop all the way down to the 2-yard line, Coach. How about that?
Wow, what a punt by that young man. What is that? That's
3-yard line.
holy smokes. That just changed the whole field position right there. They're down to what, the 3-yard line.
Clear Fork will take over their first drive.
63-yard punt. That's pretty good. You know, it's good to see Marion Pleasant. I counted up, they got 67 kids on their roster, and that's pretty good for a Division V school.
Marcus hopefully returns to the lineup here tonight. Lost for the last couple of games. Had his back injured in the
Number 21, Porter Smith, the ball carrier for Clear Fork.
And a lot of credit has to go to Mason Sansom stepping in, taking over for him. And Clear Fork really competed well the last couple of weeks.
Well, you know, I think when you got the defense like that, they give you a chance to hang in games. And, you know, kudos to Coach Stein and his defensive staff and Coach Brokaw. You know, give your kids a chance to win, and you got to play great defense.
They'll run it left side. And minimal action there. Bring up 3rd down long here.
21, Schmidt, the ball
Offense.
carrier for Clear Fork.
Not a spot that you love to see them in, Coach. They've really struggled a bit
It's up to
offensively.
the
They've come up with
6-yard
some
line
big
there. Big
explosive
3rd
plays.
down and 7.
Right, you know, we talked about the Lexington game, and they were able to get the ball to Jackson, and then they had a punt return or a punt block for some points. And you know, I down here you don't want to take any chances. You want to try and get it out. The wind is kind of blowing into their face, so they got to be cognizant of that. But try and get out here and try and get a first down. That would be huge.
Marcus comes under center. Pro formation. Play action rolls to his left pressure immediately. Able to get one defender to bite. He hooks up with Jackson, but he is
Marcus Wolfman pass complete to number 3, Jay Jackson.
on the play there by Jace Trachtenberg.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Marcus to get free and to get the ball to Jay and get a first down. Now they move it out and
15-yard line.
see if you can get another first down to kind of change his field position. Clear Fork's lining up in kind of a pro formation here. Watch for ISOs or powers. Yep, there's a power off to, he almost had it there. Good job by that linebacker.
This is Porter Schmidt with the carry. His 44th of the season, approaching the 150-yard total. So it's a kind of a 3-headed backfield here.
Yeah, that was it number 9 last time. Nick Appleman for Clear Fork had a heck of a game against Lexington, and it looks like it's kind of running back by committee tonight here.
Here's Hoflich from the gun, and he'll hand off Schmidt.
21 Schmidt, the ball carrier for Clear Fork out across the 20-yard line.
There's another 3rd down situation coming up for the Colts.
You know, Marion Pleasant, I'm looking at their roster. They got Coach Mike Carroll and Coach David Carroll. Of course, those are two Clear Fork names. Mike graduating here in probably the late 70s, and his son David are over there at Marion Pleasant. And I'm sure it's kind of a nice homecoming for them to be here. And very good defensive coordinator, state-renowned defensive coordinator Mike Carroll. And this Pleasant defense hasn't missed a beat here.
Rolling to his right, he's going to take off, and he'll pick up the first down.
That's 2 plays Marcus has made here with his legs. I'm sure Coach Brokaw's happy to have him back. That's a nice play. Another first down, move the chains, and change this field position. You know, I think if you're Pleasant, you were hoping, oh, we got him pinned deep, we got to get a 3 and out, get the ball back on the 35, punch it in and score, and then, you know, make things difficult for the Clear Fork after that. Clear Fork's not real explosive throwing the ball.
High snap. It's handled and the ball is loose. Colts able to dive on top of it. They'll save the possession. That just had disaster written all over it from the start.
Ball there, fumble on the play, picked up by number 76. Great.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how Clear Fork's going to have to sustain blocks a little bit better. But that was a nice hit by their linebacker to jar that ball loose.
Be a loss of 4. So the Colts behind the sticks this time. Pleasant stack in the box. They'll toss it out here. Schmidt gets 2 hands on the football as he's wrapped up and brought down to the turf. Solid run, though, to the corner.
Nice formation there by Clear Fork. They went a little unbalanced with twins out here and had a little crack back. Nice block by the guy on the end. And good run by number 21.
We've got an injured player down on the field while he gets attended to. Let's take a look at our keys to victory presented by our good friends at Buckeye Horizon Heating and Cooling. I'll go first, Sean, for Pleasant. Clear Fork's been pretty one-dimensional so far this season. Hoflich on the year, only 200 pass yards. Just try to stop the run. Load up the box and make them show you that they have what it takes to be able to beat you if they put it through the air.
Right, yeah, and you know, him being back this week, and we talked about his favorite receiver being Jay Jackson. They got to try and get him the ball, but obviously back here, that's probably not an ideal place to do it.
And then for the Colts, looking to taste victory for just the second time. The exact opposite for me. Be multiple on offense. Showcase that you have a few different wrinkles. You got Jay Jackson, who's having a phenomenal year. 21 grabs for him. He has been the featured playmaker. Had a huge touchdown catch against Ontario that got things pretty close in that game. See if you can't showcase some versatility and be multiple on offense tonight.
Well, yeah, and I think, you know, having Marcus back, he was able to create some things both on those third downs to get them some first downs. But, you know, I still think that, you know, with this kind of defense and kind of the lack of multiple explosive players, you got to just hang in the game if you're Clear Fork. Just keep hanging in the game and create some things maybe in special teams or defensively and to give yourself to score some points other ways. So if I'm Coach Brokaw, I'm happy with this drive here, and I just want to hang in the game and try and score some points maybe some other ways.
Thank you. So it looks like we could have kind of a tough injury out here, Coach. Trent Caudill is who's limping over to the sideline right now, cannot put any weight on his right foot, so he's going to be carted off and will get tended to by the athletic trainers. So you hate seeing that, of course. Always pray for all these kids to be healthy out here. Hopefully he can return at some point.
Yeah, let's hope. You know, he's a senior, and I'm sure that he doesn't want to go out this game like that, and hopefully they can get him back on track. Colts
converted on the last 2 third downs. They'll move the pocket again. Hoflich A jump pass, and it's not a smart decision. Picked off.
Never throw late across the middle, and that's number one thing you tell your quarterbacks, and he should have probably just got rid of that and lived to play another day. We talk about hanging in the game. That's not a good way of hanging in the game.
Looked like it was Adam Skowron who was able to bait the pass from Marcus Hoflich. Once he got to the edge, jumps, throws it, and a lot closer to Adam than it was to the intended target. Excellent opportunity here for Pleasant to try to take an early lead just 34 yards away.
This is an interesting thing that Pleasant's doing. They're in empty formation, and Clear Fork's playing man-to-man against it. Nice little play there by the backside slot coming across the formation. Guy covering him got caught up in all the trash, and he was able to complete it for a nice gain.
It's Trachtenberg, his second catch of the night. Coming across the formation and bursting inside of the red zone. Another first down, and they can convert again if they get inside the 5-yard line.
Here's that bunch look that they ran on the first play of the game. The back was opposite, though. Now they're sprinting out that way, trying to isolate that corner over there. Good play by number 3 for Clear Fork.
And the pass a little bit underthrown, trying to find Dylan Burns this time. Jackson, who's proven to be a very formidable lockdown man-to-man defender out there on the perimeter. They really trust him to go against the best wideout on any opposing unit, and outside of the first couple of weeks, he's really held his own.
Well, they put, if you look at where the ball is on the hash, they put 3 receivers into the boundary, and as a defensive coordinator, that's automatically ding, 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 ding. Something funny's coming, and they went up top and challenged Jay Jackson, and he was up to the challenge. Now they're back into that empty look again.
Colts showing blitz. They'll bring the heat. Throw a bit too tall. Just over the head of Alec Columber. Third down.
This isn't certainly what I expected from a Pleasant team to come out and into empty formation and sling the ball around a little bit. I thought maybe they'd line up and say, okay, you stop number 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not seen Niederhouswer featured much so far in the running attack.
Obviously, you got 2 down territory, I think, and, they do have a good kicker, but I think if you're Pleasant with that kind of formation, or now they got trips into the boundary again, something up to the top side of the field. There it goes. I'm trying to bring that guy across.
And a little bit of space out in front here for Burns. And Kristen ripped out of bounds.
Good job by number 5 to get across all that garbage and to get on his guy. And here, they force a field goal.
Trey Sellers with the tackle out on the edge. And so they will try to tack 3 on the board here. Looks like it'll be right around a 28-yarder.
Yeah, he was hitting them from, 35, 40 earlier in the pregame when I was watching him. So he definitely has the leg strength.
For the lead here on the road, kick is up, and it is pure.
It's a good job by the Clear Fork defense. You're faced with a tough task down there with field position and able to give up only 3. We'll see if the offense can come back and get something rolling here and get some points back on the board.
So Caudill makes it a 3-point game. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here at the Colt Corral. 4 minutes of change remaining in this opening frame.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night. right here on the OH Report.
Squib kick here for Pleasant after they tack 3 on the board. And it's going to be a healthy return for Jay Jackson out across the 40-yard line, so the Colts will have their best field position so far of the night.
That's great field position. You know, that's a lot better than starting on the 3-yard line. Let's see if Clear Fork can't get something going. You know, I was looking for Mason Sampson, and, you know, the last time I was here, he just had a heck of a game, and I don't see him out there.
Sansom's been playing quarterback the last couple of weeks, and they've really felt like they found something here in Porter Schmidt. Last time Sean and I saw these Colts, it was Appleman and Sansom leading the charge in the backfield, and Mason still in there offensively, just playing a slightly different role from the last time that we saw these Colts a few weeks back.
Well, now they're taking out number 9, so I would assume they're going to go to more of a spread look.
They line up in the gun, Jackson on the move, and he'll take it, speed to the outside, and the cutback.
He fumbled it.
Spartans feel like they have it, and the referees agree. Sean, wow. Another takeaway, back-to-back giveaways here for the Colts at home.
You know, Jay just trying to get a little extra balls wet. You got to put 2 hands on it. Good job by number 71 running the line and hustling down the line to create that turnover. Good job by that defensive lineman, not just giving up on the play, but running the line. I love to see them big guys do that. This Marion Pleasant line looks pretty good. Good size to them.
Plenty of beef up front for the Spartans. Looking to take a 2-score advantage. It's a low snap. Lowry handles, and he lays down a little bit of wood there. Davis Hoflich.
Well, there they are getting that bunch look with the back set to that side, and they ran it in the first drive, and it was a quarterback sweep, and they were able to get a little bit more yards this time off that play than they were earlier. Second down and short. Maybe they throw the ball deep here and try and score on a touchdown, catch the Colts sleeping.
Hoflich returning to the action off of an injury. Both him and his brother been dealing with some things.
Here's that bunch look again with the back set to the bunch. They've been running the quarterback sweep. Here
Low
they are
snap again, but you're right. They'll push forward for a first down and a little bit more. Call it a gain of 5.
Quarterback power right off tackle there, right behind that bunch formation. Whoever's on that point out here needs to set the edge.
Ball spot at the 37-yard line. Be first and 10 for the Spartans.
Owen Lowry started the day 845 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 picks, though, through the air, so he'll give you some chances.
Here we are with the same look again. We're going to get the same play. We're going to do that until they stop us. Now they're going to go the other way.
Colts sensed it a little bit better this time. We'll stop him for just a gain of 2 as he ducked down to the left edge and got shut down by about 3 different dudes in black jerseys.
Some help from Sellers making that tackle. So it brings up second down and 8.
Yeah, sometimes coaches, we outthink ourselves. They ran that play to this side the last 2 times and gained 15 yards. So then they decided they were going to go opposite. But here comes that empty look again, and Clear Fork's playing man-to-man.
Rain starting to fall a little bit heavier now. And again, they'll just fake it to Niederhouswer. Lowry very active on the ground game so far here to start things off.
That's the old quarterback power, but I don't see the backside guard coming through here, so they're just reading that. Typically, you would pull the backside guard and run quarterback power as they read that in, but Marion Pleasant just running a zone with it.
Campbell in there on the stop.
This is a big play for Clear Fork here. I'm not sure, third and medium. I'm sure it's 2 down territory, but be nice for Clear Fork to get a big stop here. Here we are. We got trips into the boundary again. The back set that way.
Short time here in the opening frame, down to 15 seconds. Lowry with Niederhouswer to his left, and he'll follow him. And a little crease, finds a hole, and he bursts through and dives forward for a Home and Kitchen Supply. First down.
And that's what I talk about. Sometimes we try and outthink ourselves and go the other way. Each time they ran that play, they've had significant gains. Good job by the Marion Pleasant coaching staff. They found something over there.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Spartans lead by 3. On the move, looking for more when we come back.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
One quarter in the books, at least 3 more to go here at the fabulous Colt Corral. Home fans, though, seeing their defense back on their heels just a little bit. First down picked up by the Spartans on the final play of the opening quarter. And Owen Lowry getting it done so far here.
Here we started off with those trips into the boundary, and they trip them over. Now let's see if they give the ball number 7, run outside zone.
They do indeed. Oswalt, our player spotlight tonight, dipping into the backfield, made it tough on him. Initial contact about a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Niederhouswer looks like a big kid. What is he? 195. If you're going to tackle him, you better tackle him low or you're going to go for a ride. It just looks like the Clear Fork defense is a lot smaller than the Marion Pleasant offense, but maybe I'm seeing things.
Bit of a size differential down there in the trenches.
Clear Fork's playing cover 3 against the spread look. They motion out of empty. Nice play design. Cleared out the empty guy and hit the outside receiver on a nice slant.
Columber with another grab. He's got a couple of them here tonight. And Columber's got enough for a Home and Kitchen Supply. First down as he trots over to the sideline. Lowry right behind him to get the play into the huddle here for Pleasant. A team that wasn't necessarily predicted to win the MOAC this season, but certainly considered one of them that could challenge a Shelby and an Ontario. And 35-0 losing at home last week to River Valley, I think had a lot of folks scratching their heads as this one loose on the floor before it even had a chance to begin, and a whole gang of Colts there to drop him in the backfield. Big loss there.
Well, you know, it's been interesting to see Marion Pleasant come out. They've been empty. They've been bunched. They've been trips. They've been spread. And then this time they come out in double tights. You know, are they trying to get Niederhouswer the ball, or are they trying to do something different here? But, you know, great job by the Colts here, forcing a bad snap, and you know, now they got second and long. Hopefully they can capitalize this and get the ball back. That was a fast first quarter.
And officially a loss of 7 as the rain's starting to come in sideways a bit. Wind blowing to the north. Quick throw out, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good thing for Clear Fork. Niederhouswer had quite a bit of space opening up out in front.
There he is, number 6. Sampson making a nice play there.
Brings up third down.
Get your hands up. If you can't get there, you better get your hands up. And nice job by him knocking that ball down.
Senior captain does so much for this team. Talked about filling in quarterback duties the last few weeks. Came in against Lexington after Hoflick was knocked out early in the second quarter. Was able to lead them to their only victory so far of the season. And a couple of decent performances against Gallien and then Ontario, two of the front runners right now in the MOAC. On a 3rd and long, Lowry left, heaves for the end zone. His man is there, can't squeeze it. Would have been a tough catch for Columber. And it's 4th down. This a much longer field goal attempt if they elect to try one, Sean, so it might be 4-down territory, but you don't love that you're this far behind the sticks.
No, you certainly don't. And, you know, I want to get back to the Sansom kid. When we had him up here, and it was Appleman after the game, they both were co-MVPs. Just a great, humble kid, you know, and that's kind of what symbolizes the Valley, and being unselfish and to step up and play something that you might not want to do, but you do it admirably, and you do it for your team and for your school. And I just think that that's admirable. Here's Marion Pleasant and empty again.
Yeah, they'll forego would be about a 37-yard field goal try as they bring Niederhouswer in motion. Pressure comes, throw way too much this time for Columber. So the Colts defense does their job. They'll get the football back for the offense on this 4th down stop.
You know, I like what, you know, Clear Fork is saying, okay, number 1, are you going to beat us? We're going to play man-to-man on your receivers. I don't care if you're an empty or spread or whatever. We're going to play man-to-man, and we're going to dare you. So far the Clear Fork defense has stepped up, and, you know, we get back to give yourself a chance to win late in the game and hang in there. We'll see if Clear Fork can't do something positive here on offense.
They'll start in the gun, 2-back set, split to each side of Hoflich. Another high snap he handles. Nick Appleman dashes to the left side, and he tumbles forward. Maybe a gain of 2. Not a lot of wiggle room that time for the senior.
Number 61, Caleb Young, making the tackle.
It was Caleb Young in there on the stop for Pleasant.
2nd down and 6.
You know, I'd like to see Clear Fork come out in something maybe a little bit different and try and challenge this Pleasant defense to do something different. Right now they're in their zone, just hanging in there with what they do defensively, and let's see if Clear Fork can't do something. There's a nice little wrinkle.
And that's our boy Mason Sansom gets the carry. And he's able to cruise real close to 1st down yardage. Actually, they're not even going to measure it, Sean. They're going to go ahead and just get the chain gang on the move. No one here in the Valley is going to really complain about that.
You know, great play call there by Coach Brokaw and the staff. You know, they fake the jet and then run power read right up there with the quarterback. Nice little switch up, putting him at quarterback.
I formation this time. Appleman down in the 3-point stance. He'll lead the way as they'll run straight ahead with Porter Schmidt.
You know, I like Porter. He's just a little light in the britches. I think he's, 150 pounds. And then you got Appleman, who's probably pushing 200 pounds, and it's just kind of a different back that you got to tackle. I look for Clear Fork to maybe change up those backs every once in a while to give Pleasant somebody different to tackle. That makes a huge difference when you have variable running backs.
A gain of 1 for Schmidt on first down. Second and long. Pleasant stacks the box. They were anticipating this one. Harrison Moore, first contact, and he delivers a solid hit, knocks him down, minimal gain.
Uh-oh, things are getting a little chippy out there.
A couple of extracurricular flags fly in after the play.
Trachtenberg on the tackle for Pleasant, flying on the play.
You know, you look at these receivers out here, and it looks like the middle of the field is open. I'd like to see Clear Fork maybe to try and throw a slant or something here to challenge these DBs.
Referees are huddled up there discussing. It's usually the second guy that ends up getting caught and issued the infraction. And off the dead ball, personal foul will go against Clear Fork and Pleasant both, so the offsetting penalties.
We got 2 personal fouls there, offsetting.
The down will count,
Still be third down.
and it'll make it third after a gain of, I don't know, maybe a half a yard, so 3rd down and 9 still.
Yeah, I don't like to see that, you know, every time Clear Fork wants to throw the ball, they wait till 3rd down. I'd like to see maybe on first down loosen things up a little bit, because right now that Pleasant defense is just cramming the line and saying, okay, quarterback, you beat us. Now we're here in 3rd and long, and they're kind of loosened up a little bit.
Jackson one-on-one here to the near side. He'll motion out. Hoflich's running that way. Tries to cut back against the grain.
Number 2, Marcus Holfleck, ball carrier for Clear Fork. Getting out across the 35-yard line.
Maybe got to the line of scrimmage this time, Sean.
Yeah, great job by 54, you know, trying to getting some pressure on him and forcing him out. And, you know, I'm glad to see Marcus didn't just throw it up for grabs again. He was able to tuck it and put it away and try and get at least a little something back.
Jensen Clark planted him there. You saw that on the Mechanics Bank replay. So the punt unit in.
Looks like the wind's blowing to the north.
So that would help out Jackson here as the boot. A
Nice
solid one.
punt. Out kick is covered. There's a clip.
Burns on the return, far
Oh.
side. And it's a nice return out near midfield.
Dylan Burns taking big action.
Yep, number 9 got pushed in the back a little bit, but they didn't call it. And
Forced out of bounds there.
Could hear the Clear Fork coaching staff upstairs. Throw the flag. And Zebra's not going to listen this time. Let's see officially where they mark it. Looks like at the 40, so not quite as good of a return as we thought from over on the far side here in the home press box. But still good field position for Lowry and company.
And here we are. I hate to beat a dead horse, but we're in the bunch formation again with the back set this way. Look for the quarterback power off tackle this way. And here it comes.
So not deviating from what's been successful until now. Clear Fork with some gap discipline. Looked like Sanson set the edge. Schlosser got in there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you set the edge. You know, you're able to force things back in, and you know, people running the line. That's where you're, as a defensive lineman, you just have to be salivating. That you run the line, you see that back, cut it back up, and that's when you can get some good shots on them.
Fast-moving game, Sean. Already halfway through the second quarter. It's only 7:35. 5 wide, empty set. Lowry calls his own number again. Chased down from the backside by Ben Campbell.
You know, Clear Fork's saying the same thing. You know, you're not gonna get us out of the box. We're gonna play guys up in the box, and you're gonna have to beat us throwing the ball. And you know, so far, how many carries does number 7 even have? Maybe 2. You know, they must know something more than I do, but I think if I was calling some plays, I'd be saying, okay, let's try and establish number 7.
We're going to get an official timeout down on the field. I think they might swap out the ball on the field of play with this heavy rain coming down. Just trying to ensure that it's semi-dry for when Pleasant gets it here for key third down. They'll need 8 yards. Have to get right to midfield to pick it up. Temperature's starting to cool off a little bit too as the sun has set, and fall, it's here, Sean. It felt like summer last week, and now all of a sudden it's dark at 7:30.
It's here. It's about that time. It's Ohio high school football. Uh-oh, he throws it off his back foot. Nice play by number 7 for Clearfork.
Oh, but a late flag perhaps? I thought Nash Evans also timed it quite well. But odds are this is going to be defensive pass interference against the Colts. Great pressure coming. The jump ball. Let's see.
Boy, I don't know where that's at. That's a great play by that kid. That's unfortunate.
It was scouting the intended target. Certainly felt like they both went for it at the same time. We'll run it back one more time. I'll slow it down for you, Sean. Break this down.
Yeah, I mean, good pressure right here. Make the kid throw it off balance. Throws it almost out of bounds. Number 7 times it. I just don't see anything wrong with that. Let the kids play. He didn't do anything egregious.
So it's a home and kitchen supply first down via the penalty.
And here we are again, empty, man-to-man. Look for them to try and get one of them slot backs against, motion one way and bring those guys across the formation into the flats again and see if they can't get some yards that way.
Zero coverage here. No safety support over the top whatsoever.
There's the middle screen.
Probably not a wise decision to dive and make that catch by Cullenber. Actually, no, he still gained a yard.
Yeah, I mean, they had it set up fairly well. Just a bad throw by the quarterback, They just didn't have it timed out very well. I'm not so sure that wasn't illegal lineman downfield because the ball wasn't thrown behind the line of scrimmage. But we didn't get that call here in the valley here where you think you would get something.
We all think that in the media, of course. Can't imagine the referees feel that way, even though they don't like getting booed, I would presume, Sean.
Well, here we are in this trips formation again. Now they come the opposite way.
Lowry follows his blockers, and he squeezes through out to the 38-yard line. Third down on the way. Very manageable after a solid run. I think they'll need about 5.
Yeah, this would be huge for Clearfork to be able to get a stop here. Create a turnover, go in, maybe score up, go on 7-3. That would be awesome. But they got to keep getting these stops. I hate to see how much defense they're playing as far as time of possession. Seems like they've been on the field the whole game.
Pleasant hoping to cash in, leading by just 3. This is their third time into plus territory. Going deep, Lowry loads up the flamethrower, but it's off the hands of the intended target. And fourth down again.
There they are challenging number 7. Great job by him. I'd like to see him ride him out of bounds a little bit. If you're man-to-man, try and put your hip on him and ride him out of bounds. But, great job by number 7.
That's Nash Evans, who had the flag previously on third down. Not this time. Tight coverage. And he's able to keep Dylan Burns from bringing in a big-time reception.
Here we are empty again. This might be a time where they motion and go across the formation with a pass. We'll see. Now they're going to bring him back into the backfield. Sprint out.
Niederhouswer with a nice block. Diving attempt off the fingertips of Cullenber. Another turnover on downs. Colts defense stands tall again.
Great job by this Colt defense. It seemed like they've been playing the whole half, and they just keep coming after you. Great job, when you're man-to-man, you're able to get pressure and flush him out. And this time he was rolling this way, and as a right-handed quarterback, that's not an easy throw. But, good job by the Clearfork defense.
They've been stout all year, Sean. They're only allowing 227 yards per game. So for a team that's 1-4, I saw on Martin RPI, they are the #1 rated strength of schedule in all of Division 4. So they've played well. They've played tough. They've just really played against some tough teams.
They have, in the first game, you open up against Sandusky Perkins, who many feel that will probably win Division 4 state championship. And then you got to go to, they traveled to Granville, 2 tough teams there. Lexington's Division 3. It's kind of like when we were in the OCC, we were all Division 4 playing against Division 2s. Mansfield Senior was 2, Worcester was 2, Ashland was 2. So these guys are playing up, but they're doing a good job, and I just love to watch the way this defense is playing.
Can the offense get something going? It squirts out. Second fumble of the night for Jay Jackson. He's able to dive on top of it and retain possession for the Colts.
Now, see, I don't know if the timing was off, because now Sampson's back at quarterback, and I'm not sure if the timing was off or what happened there, but, they keep switching these quarterbacks back and forth, and, Jay wasn't able to hang on to it.
It looked like he was taking a peek downfield. Might have been one of those gadget plays where he was going to try to toss it deep. Instead, they go backwards. 3rd and 13 now, the situation. And Jackson out of the game over on the sideline. That's by far their #1 option in the passing game. Evans replaces him, looking that way, but here's a wide open Sansom. Mason Sansom into enemy territory, gets his lid ripped off. He don't care. He
just keeps on going. That's a Clear Fork kid right there. Tougher than nails. Look at him go.
Flag comes in late. Sansom getting some love from all of his boys. How about the catch? But it's about to finish, Sean.
Oh, he just wanted to rip his helmet off, and he keeps going. Then he takes one in the chops.
Look at this.
Tack 15 yards on top of it. That was a nice play design by Clear Fork. Can we see that again real quick?
Of course we can. Here, I could take it from the top, but let's watch the end of this one more time. Right here, the lid clearly ripped off. That'll be a face mask and a 15-yarder, but this is what it's about. He lowers the shoulder. He's a good-looking kid, too. He's not worried about putting the moneymaker in harm's way.
He just kept on going, and then takes one at the end, and, that's what it's all about. Kind of looked like an old rugby run there.
Officials are still huddled up and discussing, so we'll show you this play from the very top here in a moment. Oh, they're going to wipe out the flag. Interesting. It'll still be a Home and Kitchen Supply first down, but here it is, Sean.
Okay, so they motioned across and then brought somebody back across this way, and they ran a wheel with the running back. Nice little play design by Clear Fork. They got the ball down here. Hopefully they can capitalize. I don't know how many timeouts they got left.
Clear Fork with the full complement. Neither team actually has burned a timeout just yet.
Coach Brokaw's down there arguing.
Well, I'm not sure how you can rip off someone's helmet and not get called for a face mask.
Right.
That's pretty wild. I mean, we showed it 3 times. He grabs both, and it looked like he got his hands on both sides, the front and the back, the face mask and the back side of it.
Now there's some confusion over here on the Clear Fork sideline. They kind of had some momentum, and then now it's stalled, but great job by Mr. Sansom. He just epitomizes Clear Fork football. Big tough kid. He just lowered his shoulder and said, "Hey, I'll take it on the chops."
That's why he was voted as a captain this season. Timeout, take it on the field. Take a look at the comments section.
Regular season with back-to-back wins against Mansfield Senior.
Want to say what's up to Daniel Stotts, one of our favorite Colts fans, cheering them on tonight, as is Roger Parton. Jimmy Chafin says, "Let's go Pleasant."
And first in singles.
Jimmy also cheering on Owen and Drew specifically.
At second singles.
Joseph would love for us to have some Mansfield senior football games, Coach, and I'm sure that you miss some Tigers football action as well. Got a big one against Lexington tonight.
Well, I was able to stop over at Arlen Field before I got here tonight, and it was great to see all those kids and Coach Bradley, and they're hoping to get a win tonight against Lexington.
One of the best rivalries that we have here in the area. Buck 40 showing on the clock. First down after the big play by Mason Sansom. By far the biggest of the night for the Clear Fork offense.
I talk about the 21 being 150 pounds, but he runs with a little bit of a lean, and he's a hard runner for 150 pounds. So.
Number 56, Casey Miller making the stop for Pleasant. Pick up the 4 on the play, second down and 6.
Clock rolling down to about $1:10. Colts just on the outside of the red zone, and here it comes again. A little bit of a crease for Porter Schmidt, and he slides forward for a Home and Kitchen Supply first down.
Well, here it's just kind of a combination of a power play. Nice job by Clear Fork. I like that little wrinkle they've added to this two-back gun.
They can still pick up a first down inside of the 5. Hoflich. Nice little juke move to get away from the first defender. And he falls forward right at about the 5.
Well,
9-yard pickup.
They run it this way, and the defensive end just comes flying in there out of control. If he breaks down, he probably makes a tackle, but he just busts right through there. He's got his throttle down and make that play.
Sam Menser with the stop.
Nice run down. We talked about going in maybe at halftime 7-3, giving yourself a chance to win the game. Their defense has played good all half. This is kind of the way that Clear Fork's going to be able to win this year, is just kind of the ugly way, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially down here in the Valley. They love this kind of old-fashioned football.
Take a look at some scores across the area on the OH Report family of networks tonight. I see East Knox leads Mount Gilead 13-0 in the second quarter. Crestview on top of South Central 19-0. And that's what I've got for now. Get you some other scores at halftime, along with both of the band's halftime performances.
Clear Fork has 2 timeouts left. Looks like they're going to line up and go right after them.
Referees are a little late to get out there. Maybe they were huddled up getting a little bit of tea, some hot cocoa in their system. As the rain starting to fall sideways again, Sansom in motion. They'll run right behind him. Schmidt just lit up in the backfield. How about the penetration by Kason Miller? Whoa.
He's gonna not call timeout. He's gonna get lined up. I see what Clear Fork's trying to do. They're trying to utilize number 9, who's a big kid, and number 6, who's a big kid, and let 21 run behind those 2 big guys.
Running out of time though, 13 seconds. Hoflich tries to burn it out wide. How about the jump cut and reaching? Is he in there?
We got a penalty here. It looks like on Clear Fork at the 5-yard line. Looks like they might have tackled the defensive end.
Down about the 1-yard line. Flag on the play, got holding on Clear Fork.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on the Colts. We'll see if we can identify it. I believe they're going to call it on the left tackle, Nate Wine. Awesome effort, though, by Hoflich to get out to the edge, but with all that time burned up, Sean, only 8 ticks still remaining.
Well, I think you would have a chance to throw one into the end zone, but do you really want to risk it? Of course, now this, I'm not sure how good the Clear Fork kicker is, but this pushes you kind of on the brink of field goal range. But they're going to do it anyhow. Looks like it's going to be about a 32-yard attempt.
So the Colts are going to try to tie things up, but it is still just third down.
Still third down, you do it on third down, you give yourself a chance in case you have a fumbled snap or whatever to maybe redo it.
Timeout. Read a couple more of your comments. Damie Lillard says, let's have a night, fellas, over on our YouTube channel 1. Skylar Wolf says, let's get the ball to them running backs. Think you could be talking about both sides, but likely Clear Fork with that comment. And back over on the Facebook, Mason, get your helmet on, son. Pam, a little concerned out there. And Sherry says this is always a good game between these two teams. Could be in line for another good one here tonight. Colts trying to even the score. This will be a 34-yard attempt and trying to ice the kicker. That's Ethan Beck. Pleasant burns one right here. CJ Wessler, their head coach.
You know, he's done a really good job. I think this is his second year. Came in last year and I think Pleasant program was kind of on the brink, even though the coach before had some things going. They had a little bit of turmoil, but he came over and stabilized things, brought in some good coaches. You know, I talked about David Carroll, Mike Carroll's son, and Coach Carroll, former head coach here at Clear Fork's nephew. So what a great coaching staff Pleasant has. You know, and CJ's done a good job of just kind of making things calm and get back to old school Pleasant football.
Big gust of wind comes through.
He definitely has the wind behind his back.
To try to knot things up. Sansom to hold. It's a little high. Gets it down, though. And Beck smashes it. Solid kick right there. We are all square at 3 apiece.
Yeah, I mean, that just, you know, I think Clear Fork has got to feel good about themselves being in here. You know, 3-3 game going into halftime. Marion Pleasant, I think if we looked at time of possession, I'm sure has had the ball a lot more than Clear Fork has. And I'm sure Coach Brokaw's feeling good about himself as they go in here and try and make some adjustments and come back out second half.
One more look at that beautiful kick by Ethan Beck, the junior. Splashes it between the uprights. And this is a little bit as I anticipated. I looked at the defensive numbers for both of these teams. I already mentioned Clear Fork and how dominant they've been, Sean. And then over on the other side, even though Pleasant's given up 17 points per game, they're holding teams to 142 yards a game. River Valley last week putting up those 35 points. They were able to do that on short fields. And then earlier in the year, their other loss, Hopewell Loudon, I believe it was too, didn't really kill them in terms of yardage. So these are two of the better defenses in the MOAC going head-to-head right here.
Well, you know, I mentioned Coach Carroll. He's been doing it a long time. And, you know, Coach Stride over here at Clear Fork is a renowned defensive coordinator. And both these schools pride themselves on tough defense.
Burns with a solid return, but it's on the final play of the second quarter. So that will bring us to the break. Both teams with a field goal so far, as we are all square heading into the locker rooms. Stick around. We'll have our Buckeye Horizon halftime report. Sean and I will have stats and analysis for this game. Plus, we've got the halftime band show. That's all on the way, live and free here on your Friday night.
You're watching Clear Fork football on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, This lettuce stuff. These red things. Salt. Some of this stuff. And limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Thank you to Clear Fork for hosting us tonight, and to all of you for being such an incredible audience. A huge shout out to our amazing parents and fans and our pleasant staff and administration. Your support makes everything possible. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoy performing for you. Have a fantastic evening and go Spartans! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of the Valley, the 2024 Clear Fork High School Marching Band. The band is led on the field by Captains Emily Montgomery, Raina Rayburg, Cabria Sims, and Callie New. Tonight the band will perform Rock Classics, sponsored by McGregor Mortgage, LLC. To get things started, it's back to 2005 and the groundbreaking album, American Idiot. Here is Green Day's smash hit, Holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the members of our 7th grade, 8th grade, and alumni bands to the field. For our second selection, the combined band will perform the official rock song of the state of Ohio, Hang On Sloopy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the marching princesses under the direction of Terry Shute to the field. The princesses join us for a Gary Glitter Classic. You know it as the Hay Song. Here is Rock and Roll Part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the Clear Fork Middle School Band, Marching Princesses, Alumni Band, and your pride of the Valley, the 2024 Clear Fork High School Marching Band.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Welcome back to the Clear Fork Valley, where it is halftime. 6 total points is all we've had on this stormy night in Bellville. 3-3 your score. Pleasant and Clear Fork all knotted up. Brian Skowronski with you here tonight, along with the great Sean Adams, I should say. And two teams, Great defenses. Clear Fork, they've been a little bit limited offensively all season. Pleasant last week, too, just got shut out. So the anticipation, I thought, was maybe to get a low-scoring game with the weather here in the area, and it has been just that. When we get to the numbers, there's not a lot of them to show.
No, we went over the stats, and it didn't take us very long to do that. So, I look for a good second half here, and whoever's going to make the least mistakes, you got to give Clear Fork defense. I think Clear Fork had 2 turnovers,
yes,
and they only got 3 points out of it. So, the Clear Fork defense has just been keep letting them hang in the game, and this is exactly how you want to win. You want to win ugly.
A couple scores from around the area to share with you folks before we dive into those halftime stats. Few from the OCC. We've got West Holmes over Worcester 21-0, and I commented to you, I haven't seen a Generals team quite like this that's down, Sean, maybe ever since I've been doing this job for about 15 years.
Yeah, when we were at senior high, Coach Haas had taken that program over, and that was always a very formidable game, and the way he had those kids playing, and they were in the weight room, they were fast. I think they even had a couple kids go to the NFL.
2?
Yeah, and one of them, I don't remember exactly where we went to college, but we had some great games, and a couple of them went down to the wire. We won a couple, and they won a couple. But if you look at what Coach Haas did, I think he went 3 consecutive years not losing an OCC game, and that's pretty impressive. And it's sad to see a Worcester team down and out like that.
It looks like they'll continue to be over in the league. Lexington over Mansfield, second quarter score 14-0. Ashland's on top of Madison 13-8. In the MOAC, Shelby is leading at Highland 27-6. Braden DeVito with a monster first half, I was reading on the Twitter. River Valley leads Harding at the break 7-0. In the N10, Colonel Crawford all over Buckeye Central 30-6. Mohawk, who is alone in the driver's seat in the N10 right now, they are up at the half 34-0. I think that's on Bucyrus.
I think Colonel Crawford actually played Bucyrus
Okay,
tonight.
That's where I got that wrong. So Buckeye Central against Mohawk, Bucyrus against Crawford, and then Monroeville 57-0 at the half over New London.
That Monroeville team is really impressive. The last couple of years, they've really turned it on, and I look for them to do some damage in the playoffs.
Here are your first half stats from this one, and I told you there's not a lot to see. How about just 163 total yards of offense between the two schools, Sean? The 2 turnovers for Clear Fork, but it didn't cost them, as you mentioned. Pleasant, they've been into the red zone 3 times, only come away with 3 points, and then stopped on 4th down twice.
Right. I think, as I mentioned, going into halftime, Coach Brokaw's got to feel good about his team going into halftime, being able to recoup in there a little bit and come out with some different things, and you got a chance to win this game. And I think for Marion Pleasant, they're doing some great things. It just seems like they get a bad snap or a penalty or something that kind of limits their drives. And where's number 7? Is he okay? 4th leading rusher in the MOAC, right?
Drew,
and he has,
if you're out there.
I think he has one carry for -2 yards. I don't know. They know more than I do, but, it'd be nice to see if we get number 7 on track if I'm Marion Pleasant.
Take a quick look at the MOAC standings as through a couple weeks so far at the midway point of the season. Ontario and Shelby, last year's winners of the league, right now tied for the top spot, both undefeated at 5-0. Galleon right behind them, along with Pleasant, River Valley, and Highland with the 1-1 records. And then you see Clear Fork and the presidents of Marion Harding right now in the cellar trying to get themselves out, the Colts, with the first MOAC victory here tonight.
What a great small school conference. Most of these schools are comparable size-wise, and, just they're close. And, I'm at Lima Senior, and we have to drive an hour and a half just to go find a football game. And these guys are all close, and each other. And what a great league it is to be a part of if you're a Clear Fork fan.
We appreciate you making the trip down here from Lima. Sean, who used to call Bellville his home, got a lot of love last time you were down here in the valley with me. You said quite a few people reached out to you and just said it was great to hear you on the airwaves.
Well, it's always great to be back here. I see some people that I know and built some great relationships here. I was kind of surprised that Mr. Brazier out here with the band wasn't in his hockey jersey tonight. What's he scared of? A little bit of rain? But what a great job. They just honor these kids and they honor their heritage, and it's just a great community. I was so happy to be here for 11 years.
Second half just about set to begin. Colts looking to receive. Another short kick taken on the hop. And this will be Sellers out to the 35, and that is where the Colts offense will have it for the first time here in half number 2.
I kind of liked what Clear Fork was doing there late in the second quarter. It looked like they were using number 21 as their feature back, but yet they were using Appleman and Sansom to help kind of lead block for him. So I kind of see what they're trying to do there. Use some of that senior leadership to try and get 21 going.
21, Porter Schmidt. And just absolutely annihilated in the backfield here. Great effort by about 3 different Spartans, but Kason Miller, the big disruptor right here, boom.
Well, you see your guard block down, and that's an automatic fill, and that's exactly what number 56 did. He saw his guard block down, and he fills, and he's right there. That's a great team defense, and you can tell he's well coached.
Planted for a loss of 1. As the sophomore quarterback breaks the huddle, one back to his right, he'll fake it to Schmidt. Quick throw and off the hands. He had Devyn Oswalt. Couldn't corral it, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, they had 4 receivers, 2 on each side, and Marion Pleasant's in a cover 3, so they were trying to hit 2 verticals down the middle, try and put that safety in bind. Looks like he hit him. Kid could have caught that one. Nice play call. I think that's the first time tonight that Clear Fork has actually thrown the ball on some down other than 3rd, and I think that was a good idea. Here we are in the spread look again. Oh, they're going to motion to empty.
Just 3-man rush here for Pleasant. They do get a little bit of pressure as Hoflich feels it, and now he escapes. He spins and dives out to the 48-yard line for a Clear Fork first down.
What great heart there by number 2. He wanted to get that first down. I like to see him tuck the ball a little bit here. But nice little pump flake, and puts his head down and spins and acting like a running back out here.
Great sign from Marcus Hoflich in his return to action. Out the last couple of weeks. Hurt in the Lexington game early in the second quarter where he just got body slammed down to the turf.
Now here's 6 and here's number 9 up top. Oh, they give it a trap back to number 9 here. But they were both up top. I was looking for something up there, maybe a toss or something, but they decided to come back here with number 9. He just doesn't look the same when he's running from the fullback position as opposed to, at deep tailback.
This is Appleman, who's able to get into plus territory, just over into Spartan land at the 49.
I like this Marion Pleasant defensive tackle. They run trap, and the old adage is you trap the trapper, and boy, did he lay the wood to that guard coming across. Here we are in that same look up top. Going to run ISO right at that linebacker.
Schmidt able to dart through a little crease, and he'll be about 1 yard shy as he picks up 5. 3rd and manageable on the way for the Colts offense.
Now that was a nice job by the other linebacker filling, but his buddy didn't make it over to help him. He took it on with his inside shoulder, and his buddy didn't make it over there to help him with the ISO. When you're going to play against that as 2 linebackers, you got to do it both together. Here's that unbalanced Twins look.
They'll hand straight ahead. Appleman bouncing around like a pinball machine.
Pleasant looks like they're calling for a fumble there.
No indication yet from the officials We'll have to check the spot shot, and it looks like he'll have enough for a first down. They might have to measure this one. Looking straight down the line, it certainly appears as though the spot has them in a position to have the chain gang on the move.
Well, remember the last time we watched do that, the referee, we were him-hawing around whether it was a first down, and he just marched right up there and said, first down, let's go, wind the clock, and let's play football.
Not going to be the case here. So we will get a measurement.
Boy, there's just kind of a silence tonight about this game, isn't there? We need somebody to get out here and get this crowd base going and get them jazzed up.
I think some points certainly would go a long way to get the people on the hillside here pumped up. But how about that, Sean? He actually is a little bit short, so the gentleman earlier you mentioned was just like, let's go ahead and get this move on.
Well, and I'm surprised these Clear Fork guys didn't have that extra little chain link that, they try and give you so you can get that first down. I know they know that trick.
Yeah, the chain gang are local guys, so.
See if they not try and get Marion Pleasant to jump off sides, or if they're just going to run quarterback sneak. They did that successfully the other week against Lexington.
9 men in the box. Showing blitzes through all the gaps.
Oh, I'm not so sure he got that.
Yeah, Appleman drilled. No way.
Nope, that's first down, Marion Pleasant.
Big stop here by Pleasant. And it all starts up front with Brady Henry. Just got a little bit lower than the man across from him. And off the submarine, backed his dude into Appleman. And he just couldn't spin or wiggle or joust his way for any type of position.
Nope, they did a great job of stuffing that one up. Good play by Marion Pleasant. Here they are in this empty look again.
Colts only needed a yard. They couldn't get it in 2 snaps. Now it's time for Owen Lowry and company. They bring Niederhouswer in motion, and they'll fake to him. And he gets wrapped up immediately by Campbell off the blitz.
They get back to that power read, but it's actually a zone trying to get number 4 to bite on that and run underneath him. But, great job by number 4 staying home and taking care of business. They're not the least bit worried about pass, and they're not the least bit worried about jet. All they're worried about is stopping that run. And, kudos to Coach Tide and all those guys here on the defensive side getting a good game plan ready for them. Now they're showing a little bit of zone.
Lowry brings a man in motion. They'll give it. Niederhouswer, just his second carry of the night, and he's able to break it out wide, reaching near first down yardage.
There they ran a little GT. They pulled the backside guard, backside tackle, and handed it number 7. Let's see if they not do that again.
It's a 13-yard pickup. 3rd and short.
Offsides on Clear Fork here.
Yeah, Hankey is down on the far side.
No, offside on Pleasant. Didn't even let the guy get set.
So they tried to get up to the line of scrimmage with a quick count, and a man lined up where he shouldn't be, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
And that's what we talked about. They get a little momentum going, and then there's something that pushes them back. And hopefully they can get over that hump on this one and get a first down and keep the ball going down the field.
They'll keep Niederhouswer in the backfield. Sidecar left. He'll flank out here to the left. Lowry looking right all the way. Diving attempts, but incomplete for Cullenber.
They've got some guys open here. I'd like to see Lowry just take his time. He doesn't have to rifle that one. Get it there where his guy can catch it. That's the second time 12 is laid out for a pass that wasn't even close to him. Looks like Marion Pleasant's going to punt.
So that penalty proven to be costly. It was going to be third and about a half a football length. They try to speed up to the line of scrimmage, and now the punt unit has to come out. 2 men back deep for Clear Fork, awaiting. As it's a decent punt here from Harrison Moore.
Nice coverage down there. Is that number?
And there's the punt taken by number 7, Nash Adams.
Yeah,
Number
Evans.
10.
Evans didn't have anywhere to go here.
Friction Evans.
Keegan Fogel in to make the stop.
You know, that's a hard thing to do. You're sprinting down the field, and, you know, you got a fast guy generally back there, and, you know, one move, and you look like your ankles are broke. But that was a good job by Keegan there to break down and make a tackle. Now we are back in the field position game again. The ball starting on the, 14-yard line.
And it's become a beautiful evening here in the Valley. The rain has gone elsewhere. It's cooled things off. But the offenses both have been pretty cool so far tonight. Not a lot of fire and explosiveness. I think Clear Fork accounts for the only play that went over 20 yards.
Pick up a 2 on play, brings up 2nd down and 8.
Just 2 yards here to start off the drive. As the Colts break the huddle, they'll split a couple guys out to the left.
There's that unbalanced look again. We got it unbalanced up top, and they're going to run a sweep to number 9.
Appleman had to veer out wide and trots up near the 20-yard line. Maybe 1 yard pickup.
Tackle made by 32, Scouted for Pleasant. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line. Be 3rd down for Clear Fork.
Here we are, ticking down to 6 minutes already in the third quarter.
And just not a lot of energy in the building, as you mentioned early on in this third quarter. Some type of a spark needs to get one of these units going. Just a 4-man rush. They're able to bust through, pressure given up the middle that time by Henry. And the Colts not going to have enough for first down yardage.
You know, that just makes it easy on the defense when you're, third and long, third medium to long. You know, you can sit back a little bit, play a little bit more coverage, and as a defensive lineman, pin your ears back and go. Now, here's Marion Pleasant, punting on their last possession. Now it looks like they get good field position here as long as number 13 catches it, and they're back to where they were.
Evans into punt. They did have Jay Jackson handling these duties through the first few weeks. Did a nice job. Now Nash, end over end punt. Doesn't have a lot behind it as it takes a hop at midfield, a fortuitous Colts bounce. And touched dead by Campbell at the 42. So solid field position. Second drive of this third quarter coming up for Pleasant.
Let's see if the defense can't provide a spark here and get a turnover or big hit or something here to kind of create some sort of energy, It's the doldrums out here. We need somebody to come out here and get jazzed up.
Carolyn Durst says, come on, Clear Fork, do something different. Score! That would be a change of pace for both of these teams. And I want to say hello to Hazel as well, cheering on the Spartans over on the Facebook. Barreling forward, motoring his way for about 7 yards and a nice pickup to start off this drive. Our player spotlight for the night, Drew Niederhouswer, just his third carry of the night. I've been very surprised that they have not utilized him more.
Well, I like what they're doing now. They're going double tights with one back, and that kind of puts pressure on a defense when you can't outman them on one side. You got to even them up, so they're going double tights and just saying, okay, we're going to come off the ball. You play your 3-3 stack, and we're going to try and find a crease and go get it. So here we are, 3rd and 1. Are they going to be able to capitalize, or is there going to be some sort of snafu that forces them back?
Don't even need a full yard here, maybe the length of a football. Exact same situation they were in just a drive ago.
They're still in that double tight look, foot to foot. They're getting cocked, and they're going to come off the ball.
Lowry gives again. Niederhouswer tries the right side. And he ducks there into a little window, and he's got enough for a Home and Kitchen Supply first down.
Now you see Lowry there. He's fake. He's handing it off, but he's got that eye there on that defensive end. And I wouldn't be surprised at one of these points that he fakes that to Niederhouswer and he takes off tackle. But good job by number 4 staying out there and being disciplined with his eyes.
And with the weather clearing up, rain clouds out of the area, we'll see if Lowry ends up going more to the sky here in the second half. He averages 169 passing yards per game. Just haven't really utilized that right arm much. And they won't here. Stutter step, and then a whole bunch of guys in black jerseys waiting for him as he tried that right side.
It's hard to run against that front when you're an empty and you're not playing any zone. Look how many guys are in the box. That's tough to block. I don't care how good you are up front. That's too many guys to block. They're going to have to try and loosen them up somehow on first and second down. Maybe try and take a shot down the field. I like this old school. They still huddle up. They still get in there. Come on, guys, let's go and get out here. Hopefully that they can get a first down. But this Clear Fork defense is playing really good tonight.
Dropped him for a loss of 1 on first down. They'll set up the screen all the way. Quick patch to the outside. And Burns dropped down. Nowhere to go. And we've seen Nash Evans involved a bunch tonight, Coach.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Nash over there. He follows his guy. I think if that guy would have came inside a little bit more, he would have had an opening. But, I think the quarterback was forced to throw that a little sooner than he wanted.
No gain on the play. A little behind the sticks here, 3rd down, 11.
Now, if you're Marion Pleasant, are you in 2-down territory, or you're going to play the field position game again? Let's see what they do here on 3rd down. That'll probably tell us.
3 receivers to the left of Lowry. Pocket collapses. He steps up. He throws. In and out of the hands. That was Trachtenberg. Thought it was a pretty good-looking throw.
It looked like he had him. These guys aren't catching much of anything tonight. I hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands.
Punt unit back out here for Pleasant.
Clear Fork looks like they're calling a guy up here. Are they going to go for it? They're going to try and block us?
Bring some heat off the edge.
They
nearly
did,
got to it.
Got a penalty. I just can't imagine if that's a roughing.
Yeah,
it's very. It's got to be a 5-yard penalty.
Very minimal contact. It was Luke Gearhart who came off the edge, unblocked, and that can't possibly be on him.
I'd like to see him put his hands together and take the ball off the punter's foot instead of leaping up out of the air. Just take the ball off his foot and get a block that way. There's no reason to leave your feet.
They're looking over to the Clear Fork sideline, so potential that this is against the Spartans. They're talking to Coach Brokaw, a decision for him to make, as it is a hold against Marion Pleasant, and they'll have him run it back.
Yeah, we were going to be aghast if that was a roughing call or even a running into call.
Looked like the hold. I'm not sure which Pleasant player had the infraction, but Nate Wine certainly was throwing up his hands as though he was being held on his way up the middle. So they'll back him up to the 42.
Now here's Clear Fork again. Got 10 guys up here. Are they going to go for it? Are they going to try and block it or set up a return? Looks like the punt returner is way deep.
They will set up a return. Nice spiral and punt. Takes a hop at the 26 and well angled. No opportunity for a return for Nash. And the Colts offense back out onto the field. 3 and out the last possession for them. Buck 48 remaining here in quarter number 3, and neither offense has been able to do much here, Coach. We saw Pleasant get into Colts territory twice and then sputtered out pretty much right after they got into the enemy side of the field.
You know, the Pleasant offense, he's had some guys open, and you know, there's some times that the ball wasn't catchable, but there was other times too where the kids could have made the plays. And who's going to step up and make these plays? Let's see if Clear Fork might not throw the ball here on first down and try and loosen up this Pleasant defense.
They show 7 in the box. They will go play action.
Now we got to do scramble rolls.
Oh, Hoflich just lost it. He's able to regain and pick up maybe about a yard on the play.
You know, we talk about the scramble rolls of if you're on a pass and you're going deep, you come back to the quarterback, and if you're on a pass and you're going short, then you run deep. And it looked like the Clear Fork guys were just trying to get a block here.
8-1 on the play brings them 2nd down and 9.
The scramble will go down for a 1-yard trot for Marcus. And I looked downfield on that last one, really nothing available. Credit both of these secondaries, Clear Fork specifically, they just go straight man-to-man more often than not, and they're getting the job done. Now they'll send Hoflich under center. He'll fake it again, solid blocking, wants to throw outside, double team, Sansom. And it's a little over his head, coverage on the play by Keegan Fogel.
Yeah, they tried to get Sansom on a kind of a fullback wheel out there. And great coverage out there by the corner. So Clear Fork, you know, 1st and 2nd down, they've thrown the ball. We haven't seen any screens out of them. Marion Pleasant's tried a few screens, but we haven't seen any screens out of this Clear Fork defense. Or, excuse me, Clear Fork offense.
Colts looking to get off the struggle bus here on 3rd down. They'll bring Sansom in. Flag flies pre-snap. Might have been 2 men moving at the same time. Actually, an illegal substitution here for the Colts. So that'll burn them for 5 yards.
Illegal substitution on Clear Fork.
And it's just been such a rocky ride offensively for them.
You know, as we look towards maybe the end of the 4th quarter, it seemed like both schools have some good kickers. You know, it might end up coming down to the a shootout like in a soccer game or something. But both of these kickers are pretty good, and the wind is still blowing to the north.
Yeah, we might just want to fast forward to penalty kicks here. I kind of see where this game's heading, Coach. Nash in motion, couple fakes. Sansom comes back near side, and probably a poor choice. Quite a few guys in white jerseys all littered across that end, and knocked down here Avery Hamper with the tackle for 4th down.
Yeah, just another great job by the Pleasant defense. You know, they just do their job and rally to the ball, make tackles. Once again, now this is the 3rd possession here in this quarter that they're going to gain a little bit of yards. Not a whole lot, but they were down here, and now they're up maybe 10 more yards here on the punt.
Yeah, I believe it's 3 and outs for Clear Fork here in quarter number 3 as Nash lifts this one. Final play of the 3rd. We will get a return from Dylan Burns. Nice tackle by Braden Hayes to take us to the end of the frame. We'll see you guys for Money Time coming up next.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
It is money time here in the Clear Fork Valley. Marion Pleasant back with the football. They'll begin with it just 52 yards away from the end zone. And an opportunity to try to take the lead. I'm Brian Skowronski, Sean Adams with me here tonight. And for many of you folks out there, you know, you might be reaching for a cup of coffee to try to keep you awake and stimulate you, but this is Sean Adams kind of football. He's loving it.
Let's play some defense here and get after it. That's right. I think the ball should have been 3 yards on the other side of the 50. Did they spot that right?
It's been just one of those kind of games. Set fire, leaping catch is made, this time squeezed by Cullenber.
You gotta like number 12. I don't know if he just likes diving for everything, but the last 3 attempts he's had to dive, and this time he's able to come up with a way to lay it out on the line for your school and for your teammates, kid.
Rare completion for Owen Lowry here in the second half. I think just his second. But it's a fresh set into Colts territory, 39-yard line.
Now here we are with that bunch formation, but this time he's under center. So let's look for the outside zone over here to number 7.
Niederhouswer.
Oh, they're going to run a boot.
Stepping up, launch into the end zone. And a little deep for the intended target. That's been the scenario more often than not tonight. Feels like Lowry's just been a shade too much with some of these throws.
Well, and give Pleasant credit here. You know, it's first down, trying to get something going, and they try and take a shot deep, maybe loosen up this Clear Fork defense a little bit. But, you know, so far Clear Fork's like, we're going to play man-to-man, you beat us. And so far their plan has worked.
4 wide here, 3 to the top of your screen. Niederhouswer, the lone back. They motion Trachtenberg, and they'll give it to Drew. 3rd touch in the second half for Niederhouswer.
Well, you know, you're in 4-down territory. I'm not sure what they gave, maybe 4 yards there, 3 yards. You know, I think you just got to keep leaning on them when you're an offensive line, leaning on that defense and wear them down a little bit. And you're hoping by 4th quarter you can break one of these. But, you know, neither team has really committed themselves to running the ball right at each other.
It's been a battle of attrition in the trenches, field position. Neither has been able to do much so far in the second half.
Okay, now we got trips down here into the boundary. Watch for something up top tricky, maybe going up top to that single receiver. Here he goes.
Gotta step it again. Cullenber lays out. This man must be a big Superman fan, right?
He does. Boy, he lays out all the time, doesn't he? You gotta give the kid credit. I think the quarterback took a heck of a shot on that last play, too. Now, if you're Coach Winkler, what are you going to do? Are you going to punt this and pin Clear Fork deep, or are you going to try and go for it? Looks like he's going to try and go for it.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot right now, Sean, because Clear Fork yet to pick up a first down in this second half. Their offense so stagnant, and your defense is playing so well that you hate to punt from the 38-yard line, but it almost feels like in a game like this, 3-3, it's not the worst decision to make.
Well, even if you punt it into the end zone, you're still gaining 18 yards of field position. So, yeah, this is an interesting call. 4th and, 8? 4th and 7 is kind of a I'm not sure that's real manageable, but let's see what they try and do here. Here we are kind of with that trips look into the boundary again.
Colts will bring 5. Sanson from the outside. Blitz picked up. Cullenber with the grab right
Let's
at the
see
sticks.
if he got it at the sticks. Let's see if he got there. Now, that's a nice little timing route they got up there. I'm sure they've been working that all summer long. You're going to go over there, you're going to make a cut, and I'm going to throw the ball. Good job by that wideout to get to the sticks and make sure that you got a first down. I'm not sure I would have went for it, but good call by Coach Winkler over there getting that first down.
The offense stays on the field. Gorgeous toe drag swag on the far side for Cullenber. And now they'll put it in the hands of Niederhouswer.
Here we are on that double tight look, foot to foot, and we're just going to get off the ball and try and rock you backwards and gain what we can gain. I still think that you got to look for Lowry to maybe fake one of those and to carry it outside.
Contact made there by Gearhart. Colts allow 3 there on first down. Trying to stay stingy. They've stopped them twice already in this game on 4th down opportunities right outside their own red zone.
Now they're in empty, and they got 3 receivers into the boundary. Look at all this space over here to the field. Going to single up this guy back here.
Niederhouswer met in the backfield. He will go backwards on this one.
Yeah, Clear Fork has 0 respect for the passing game out here with these wideouts. Uh-oh, we got a penalty.
It's a face mask here, Sean. We'll slow it down. So a tough break here for the Colts. They read this well. And, yep.
Yep, number 88.
That's Luke Gearhart. Was able to get a couple of fingers inside the face mask. Didn't pull him down, but twisted it just enough.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the 15-yard variety, isn't it? Did they signal personal foul? Yep, they sure did. So that's 15 yards against the Colts.
He'll take them all the way down to the 12-yard line. Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Pleasant with a huge opportunity to take control of this game.
Yeah, you give Coach Winkler credit going for it and running that sprint out to the wideout and getting the first down. I think if you're Pleasant, you have to score a touchdown here if you want to win this game. Score a touchdown and let your defense eat. Here we are, trips into the boundary again. Look for somebody coming over here into the flats. Here he comes. You see him right there? There he is. They got him. 13, got a block. There's a touchdown.
How about it? Pretty play and into the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. Jace Trachtenberg, just as coach was calling for. Little eye candy to the left. Bring it back to the opposite side. And he's able to get in there for the score.
They ran that early in the first half and were able to have some success with it, and that was a good play call. They come back with it this time and were able to get 7. Now if you're the Pleasant defense over there, now you're going to be even hungrier and you're going to go after these Colts on defense.
Pleasant looking to tack on the PAT. It is good. And with 8:40 remaining in the game, Pleasant with the biggest play of the night. They get in there for the touchdown. Trying to win here on the road.
And that's a high percentage.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more. Every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
First touchdown of the night belongs to the visiting team, Jace Trachtenberg. A 12-yard grab and go has Pleasant on top here in the Valley, 10-3. Plenty of time still remaining for the Colts. 8:40 showing on the clock. As this one is booted deep, far side. And we'll get a Clear Fork return by Nash Evans. He's been busy tonight all over the field. And he's able to escape free near side. Flag comes in. As of now, he's out to about the 43-yard line.
Number 7, Nash Evans, taking that kickoff out across the 40-yard line for the Colts. Number 9, Chase Lucy, finally there, forcing him out of bounds at the 40.
The way the Colts are moving, it looks like this is going to come back. And it's going to be right there. You saw Trey Sellers blocking the back. So that will negate a nice return. And Clear Fork again, who's had such rough field position here in the second half. That trend will continue. Actually, not too bad. 25-yard line, actually, Sean. This is about as good as it's been.
Well, you know, and you just watch this Marion Pleasant. You see them, they're giving each other fives, and they're kind of on the jazz a little bit. You know, they're just going to pin their ears back a little bit here. Now it looks like Pleasant's playing a little bit of man.
Straight back to pass. Hoflich, clean pocket, delivers a strike. First down catch by Devyn Oswalt.
Nice play call, brought the tight end across to the opposite hash. Safety bit on the play action and a good completion.
Number 12, Alec Calder, making the stop.
Oswalt featured a little bit more here in the offense than he was early on in the season. He's been great defensively all year, leading tackler on the squad. And he's got his Colts set up right near midfield, back-to-back passes. And this is Sansom with the grab out in the flat.
You know, Marion Pleasant's playing cover 3 to trips, and I was just going to say, you got to throw the bubble there. And, you know, they throw it. I'd like to see them get out there in regular trips and see what they're going to do. If they're going to play it like that, put Jackson in the slot and let him take off again like he did against Lexington and try and score.
Miller with the tackle there after a pickup of 4. The Colts mixing it up. It's been such a run-heavy team all season. Hoflich entered the game only 209 passing yards before tonight. Here he comes from the gun. Third straight called pass, and he'll escape. Another nice move, and shakes a third dude out of his shoes. First down run by Marcus Hoflich.
Nice run by Marcus here. Not much open down the field, able to tuck it. I'd like to see him tuck the ball a little bit better, you know, and protect the ball. But quarterback play right now is crucial, especially where we're at in the football game. Great job by him scrambling and making a play.
Colts offense on the move for the first time, back-to-back first downs. The only 2 they've had so far in half number 2, and it's got them at the 36-yard line. Trying to match that Pleasant score, so all of a sudden the offense picking up here. Wind blowing right in their face. Hoflich to the outside, off the roll. Oswald with his second reception. That's going to be another first down pickup.
They're you know, Marion Pleasant's playing cover 3 against 2-back, which is understandable. They have fullback in the flats, and then they drag the tight end across. Great job by Oswalt catching that.
And how about the play design? There's like 3 Clear Fork players that all could have been intended to. You saw Sansom out there. Appleman was waiting for it.
Yeah, the strong safety, he took the deep guy, and you should take the deep flat route before anything, but he was way deep.
Schmidt, the deep back. And a timeout taken by the Spartans. It'll be their first timeout called here in half number 2. Like to take this opportunity to thank our generous sponsors. Jackson Well Services, family owned and operated since 1977. They serve all of Ohio, but definitely big fans of the Colts down here in the Valley. Tonight's broadcast also presented by Buckeye Horizon Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your local trained comfort specialist. Baker's Pizza, the place to go after every local game or to watch your favorite team in action. Come join them today and try their Pizza of the Month. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Maybe life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org. Get your free head inspection today. Getting spun around, 2 men in there on the stop. Schmidt with the run here on first down and reaching for his right knee. Took a tough hit. I'll show it to you again here.
Number 10, Keegan Fogel, come in there and just made a nice tackle. These Pleasant kids come to hit, and the Clear Fork kids. I mean, it's been a good, hard-hitting ball game, and the Pleasant has 20 seniors out here, and Clear Fork, I think the majority of them are sophomores, and there's a great big difference when you're a 17, 18-year-old kid versus a 15, 16-year-old kid, especially in boys sports. And, with 20 seniors, that's significant. Clear Fork will be there one day.
Schmidt able to pop up. He's a junior. Didn't need any assistance getting over to the sideline, and actually he already threw on his lip. He's like, I'm fine. Just took a tough hit there, Coach.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He'll be back. These kids down here in the valley are all tough kids.
Marcus sees a window. He'll get through it, avoiding a couple arm tackles, and then high steps his way out of a third. Big collision there inside of the 20-yard line, but I love Marcus Hoflish just being a playmaker here in this drive. A couple of pass plays that he's turned into some nice runs.
He has. He's tucked the ball and went forward. And I'd like to see his lineman get behind him and push a little bit. I see a lot of standing. Get behind him and push the pile or get down there and block somebody. We need some of them old-fashioned snot bubbles hanging out, right?
Here comes Sansom in motion on a 3rd down 4. They'll roll that way. Appleman provides some protection. The throw, it's Oswalt, a leaping grab, pushing a couple of bodies inside of the 5-yard line for a Home and Kitchen Supply. A first down.
Well, is that Oswalt?
It is again. 3rd catch on this drive.
Nice catch by him, and it was great play design by Clear Fork. I could see the guy coming open late. Great play design. Now here we are, 1st and goal on the 6?
So a team and an offense that was sitting in neutral the entire second half, all of a sudden Pleasant drives down the field. They get a touchdown. It wakes them up. It's like some smelling salts for this offense. And they are on the move.
Looks like we got a new running back in here, number 40 for Clear Fork, and then they got number 9 deep.
That's Blake Schlosser, the senior. Appleman upended. And you got to hit that kid downstairs, 215-pounder. He'll fall forward to about the 2.
So they got 40 in there, and then they got number 6 also leading the way. Look at number 40 on the ISO there. That's a great job by that kid. Appleman's out now, and they're putting 21 back in.
Pleasant defense trying to catch their breath. Colts right on the doorstep.
They're going to run it again. Number 40 is a great blocker here leading up on those linebackers.
They'll hand it off to Schmidt, back in the game, and he'll get into the end zone for the touchdown. Sweet redemption for the junior back.
Great. That's a great job by him hitting the hole. He's only 150 pounds, but I mentioned earlier he runs with a lean, and he just hit that hole and it wasn't going to be denied. And once again, good job by number 40 sticking his nose in there and getting a good block. I like that kid.
Colts looking to tie it up here. Sansom out to hold. And Ethan Beck, the lefty, in those bright green shoes, delivers. 10-10 now your score. Clear Fork answers the phone. We're all even. 4 minutes still remaining here in money time.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
So Clear Fork with a nice long drive. They answer, and we're now all knotted up. 10 points apiece. Under 4 minutes remaining off this short kickoff. And it's just going to be 57 yards of greenery in between Lowry and the end zone. But you were just saying during that short commercial break, wonder how many teams have actually been able to do what Clear Fork just did to this Pleasant defense.
Yeah, Coach Carroll over there and that Pleasant defense, I just wondered, they've only given up, 140 yards a game typically. And, to go, Clear Fork went 80 yards to tie it up in the mid to late fourth quarter. I wonder how many times that has been done this year. But good job by Clear Fork. Let's see if Pleasant now can answer a Clear Fork score.
The recent trend has been hot offense.
And Clear Fork says, we're still going to play cover 0.
They've done it all night, Sean. It has been a wonder to watch how well they've defended. Quick out, the throw is on time, and the grab is made. Lathan McCants. And the senior with a pickup of 5.
I'd be careful out there. If you're Clear Fork, that was a 5-yard stop. What's the next thing? A 5-yard stop and go. So be careful, especially against man-to-man.
These defensive backs out on an island right now. And Pleasant taking their time. Officially a gain of 6, actually, on that first play. Nobody in the backfield here. Second down. As
nobody's even going with number 3.
Yeah, Trachtenberg wide open. Lowry's just going to tuck it, run here near side. He picks up a block. And he will scamper for just enough. First down.
Yeah, Clear Fork guy lost contain here, but when you go empty and you play man-to-man, that means you're using 5 guys to cover and you're bringing 6. And when there's only 5 offensive linemen, that's pretty hard to protect.
Big scramble that time for Owen Lowry.
Let's see if they don't set up that hitch and go again, or maybe even that inside screen that they ran to the receiver. Here they are, double tights. They're going to say, all right, we're going to go right at you now.
Colts bring a flurry up the middle. Sansom just absolutely face plants him. My gosh.
Nice play by Sansom.
To quote the great Miley Cyrus, he came in like a wrecking ball. Boom.
Nice hit by him. Usually when you're double tights, you want to try and block down, kick out. I'm not sure looked like Pleasant was blocking out that time. Here we are running down the middle, 2 minutes to go? 2nd and 13. We're empty again. We got trips into the, now they just switched it, put trips to the field. Let's see if they don't isolate down here on number 7 on this Clear Fork kid.
Colts bring some heat again.
There's the hitch and go.
The launch is for Cullenber. It's out of his range. And it pays off for Clear Fork. They'll make it 3rd and long.
Good job by number 22 sticking with that. I thought that the hitch and go might come at some point, and he didn't bite on it too bad and was able to recover.
Crucial 3rd down coming up. Potentially 4-down territory if you can pick up something here.
Now, the last time they were in this position, they ran trips this way, and they singled up a receiver over there and ran that timing route and told him, hey, you get to the sticks over there, and they were able to get a 1st down, continue to drive, and then they scored. I think he's down here this way now.
Bunch formation at the top of your screen. Niederhouswer flanks out that way. It's solid protection. It breaks down. Lowry can't escape. It's a sack for the Clear Fork defense.
When you play man-to-man and you're able to bring 6, you can't block them. You know, you got to be able to get rid of the ball or something quick. And good job by Clear Fork defense. They just hung in there, get a sack. Now they're going to be able to get the ball back, minute and 50 to go, and we'll see if they can't get a score.
Gerhard Oswald in there on the stop in the backfield. It's officially a loss of 7, I think. As the timeout's taken, the Colts offense will have probably about $140 to play with. Take a quick look into the comment section, see what you crazy kids are up to. Carolyn cheering on Clear Fork. Molly wants to know who is 2. Well, it's Marcus Hoflich for the Colts. Or Jackson Kitts for Pleasant, if that's helpful. Susan, so proud of her grandson, Nash Evans. I would be too. That dude's done a ton tonight.
You know, he got that cheap penalty over there earlier in the game. You know, I thought it was a cheap call, that pass interference, but he's had a heck of a game. He's had some nice returns. Now he's back here deep again.
Brian Sickmiller over on the YouTube says, way to go, Jace.
Looks like they added 5 seconds to the clock. Now we're at a minute 52.
Little bonus for Clear Fork here. And we've talked about both teams have good kickers. Ethan Beck, certainly a great leg for the Colts. So if they can just get down to about the 20 of Pleasant on this drive, you would feel pretty good about issuing an attempt.
Well, and you know, Clear Fork's got one guy deep. They got everybody up here. They're going to go after it. Even if they do get a penalty, it's still not going to be a 1st down. Let's go after it and see if we can't get a punt block here.
Evans, a lone man back. It's a low punt. Takes a hop and driving out to catch it. Here is Evans. Cuts back up the middle. Nash Evans tripped up at about the 34-yard line. So give some solid field position here to the Colts. Potential game-winning drive.
I'm really impressed with Nash Evans. You know, he's a sophomore. He's played hard tonight. Fast kid.
And with Jay Jackson getting banged up, Nash has come out. He's filled in and done a superb job.
I see Appleman's down here on the sideline. Clear Fork must be going into a passing situation, or maybe they're going to utilize number 21 as their back.
2-minute drill.
Yeah, going to go to a 4-receiver look.
Evans comes in motion. Low man to the left side is Oswalt. He'll stay in and block. Marcus dances. Surges to the outside. He'll throw a pump fake. Nice open field tackle brought down. It looked like he was going to have a lot more, but Harrison Moore ended the threat.
Pleasant guy lost contain up top. Here goes Clear Fork in their 2-minute look.
Colts with a $1:15 showing on the clock. A lot of time pre-snap to get things set up. Now they'll take the snap. Marcus throws, and it's Oswalt right in the chest.
Yep, they're playing cover 3 to spread here, and they clear him out, and the hook zone's wide open. Mr. Oswald's made that catch all night long. He just kind of peeked ahead a little bit, I think. Wanted to turn it up, make something more. Make the catch and get the 1st down.
Sean Conley waiting for him. Actually, it might have been Casey Miller who's delivered some big hits so far tonight. So sometimes you hear the footsteps, as they say, Sean.
Now, if you're Marion Pleasant and you get a stop here, you've got to use one of your timeouts. Let's see what Clear Fork does. Are they going to throw it, or are they going to try and run the ball here and run some clock?
Sansom left to right.
He went upfield too soon. There's going to be a penalty on that. They're going to decline that and make it 4th down. Do you see how he went in motion and cut upfield too soon?
Yeah, it was almost like an Arena League look. So certainly we know this flag's going to be against the Colts. Another look at Hoflich. Just got happy feet. Tried to take off a little bit quicker than he needed to, and right into the arms of Jensen Clark for the sack.
Yeah, I think if you're Marion Pleasant, you decline this. You got a 5-yard sack, and you make a 4th down and 8.
That's the conversation going on with C.J. Wessler over on the far sideline. Now in his 2nd season coaching the Spartans. And looking for a big win here on the road that would keep them in contention in the MOAC. They still have all the heavy hitters in the league remaining on their schedule. He said decline a while ago. You saw his physical motion.
Okay, so they took the sack yardage. Oh, he declined that. Yeah. So make it 4th down. I thought the sack was a little bit further back. Coach Brokaw's gonna punt it here. Now, if you're Marion Pleasant, you know, are you gonna put your fast guys in there and try and go for a punt block? You might as well. I mean, your defense is playing good. Put your fast guys in there. Go get a block. And see what happens. If you block the punter, oh well, they got the ball on the 50. You got to trust your defense. Let's see what they do here.
And with the penalty, Sean, they didn't have to burn the timeout, even though they declined it. So it works out beautifully for them. Still 2 TOs to utilize on this drive. Line drive kick. And it works out great for the Colts, as it'll roll out around the 26-yard line. Chance for some heroics. Owen Lowry in the offense. They haven't been too sharp in the passing game so far here in this competition. However, if Clear Fork's going to continue to just give you man-to-man across the board, no safety love whatsoever, there's going to be some opportunities and some openings.
Well, I don't. You think Clear Fork's going to do that with 40-some seconds to go? Is just play zero coverage and say, okay, we've been doing it all game. We're going to continue. I don't know. We'll find out. It looks like they're doing it so far.
They sure are, Coach. I mean, stick to what you know.
But they're going to bring 6, and you can't block them.
This has kind of been the design all night here for the Colts. They will bring some heat. Oswalt straight through, gets a big hit on Lowry. And it's incomplete here on 1st down.
Yeah, going to number 12 over there. Of course, he leaves his feet again.
Of course. This was very Cullenber-esque.
You know, he had a step on him. Now, if you're Marion Pleasant, do you worry about burning some clock here? Since you took a shot on 1st down, do you make Clear Fork use their timeouts? Or you just keep trying to take some shots and give them a chance to block the ball down there within field goal range? Let's see what they decide to do. Looks like they're going to be in that bunch formation again and try and run the ball.
Lowry calls his own number. And he goes into the arms of Schlosser, picks up a yard.
Clear Fork's not going to call a timeout.
It looks like both teams perhaps content just to play for some extra sessions.
I don't know how many timeouts does Clear Fork have. I can't see it.
Both teams have 2 timeouts.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't take a timeout there and at least make him snap it again.
We're going to be heading to overtime, folks. My first OT game of the season. As 4 quarters, just not enough here in the Clear Fork Valley. Both teams knotted up at 10. Forget what that says. It's not actually a final. We'll be back. We'll have your overtime sessions when we return.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
We have played 4 12-minute sessions. Both teams have collected 10 points each, so this will be our first overtime game of the year on the OH Report. Captains heading out for their instructions. And it's always exciting at the high school ranks. Anytime you get into these positions, each team will get possessions 10 yards away from pay dirt. And we'll go back and forth at opposite ends of the field until somebody scores and the other team doesn't.
I think, if you win the toss here, you obviously want to go defense. That way you know exactly what you need to get.
Sure.
So, do they start from the 10 or is it actually the 25? I think it's the 25 and then you go. And then after 2 of them, I think it is you have to go for 2. I might be wrong, but, each time that we practiced, we went over these overtime rules.
Back in my day, Sean, we started from the 10-yard line. I did do a overtime game here at Clear Fork last season in Week 1 against Lucas, a Colts victory. And I honestly don't remember. So let's find out together. While we wait, let's see what you guys are talking about. Alex Smith letting me know 52 is Brennan Ringer now. He switched his number. Thank you. I'll make a note of that right now. Case Kearns. Brennan. Ringer. So thank you for that. Michael says just thanks for bringing this into the living room. Insert sponsor shout out. You were very welcome. Oh, an update. Ashland and Madison all square. Are they going to overtime as well?
It says 4th quarter, so we'll see.
Braden Freeman feels like Clear Fork's going to the Super Bowl this year. They certainly will want to pick up this win in front of the Stampede. And that's the end. Of course, the Clear Fork would love the action to take place on down there with your wild student section. One of my favorites in all of North Central Ohio. Bringing the juice here tonight for the Colts. And we will begin down at that end. Clear Fork will be on defense first. And let's see, Sean. So we feel like, I know the college rule is the 25-yard line. And the fact that the chain gang's even out there.
On the 20, yeah.
Okay, so 20 yards away.
And then I think after 2 overtimes, you're able to, you have to go for 2.
Yeah, you're not able to. You are forced to.
Right, you're forced
to.
It
is legislation.
Now, last time they were in this, remember they motioned across and dragged a guy. Let's see if they don't go to that again. That seemed to be their cash cow tonight.
They line up Trachtenberg in the slot, and they'll bring Niederhouswer in motion. He'll have it, and he waggles back to the left. A couple of Colts converge to make the stop. Nice pickup, though, 6 yards to start things off.
That nice little counter there. You know, we've been waiting kind of all night for a counter GT, and you know, they bring him this way, and then he's able to cut it back with a GT opposite side, and nice run by him. That kind of messes up your keys a little bit as a linebacker, especially when all you've been doing is blitzing against this empty. Now they kind of got their linebackers backed up a little bit, but they're still playing cover 0.
Same look, basically the same play counter maneuver. This time, submarine tackle. It's Oswalt busting in there, and he'll drip him down basically right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't go very far at all.
I still think that you're going to have to look for number 1 to maybe fake that and keep one outside. But we haven't seen it yet tonight. I would think that that's coming here shortly. Now the Clear Fork faithful are starting to stand up a little bit. Let's get a defense chant going over here if you're one of these Clear Fork fans. 3rd and 3.
Cowbell starting to pick up. From the gun, Lowry rolls right. Oswalt right in his face, and he underthrows. Trying to get it to Lathan McCants. And it'll be 4th down and decision time here for Coach Wessler, whether he wants to try to tack 3 on the board or roll the dice.
You know, the one thing I noticed on that, they were almost double tights. They had a tight end this side and a slot up top, and they rolled this way, and that defensive end chased. I wouldn't be surprised if you come back and you roll this way, you run a tight end screen up top and see if they can't catch Clear Fork on that if they decide to run another play.
Certainly will have to burn a timeout. The play clock melting way down to 6. And so Pleasant will issue a timeout. Find out what they elect to do here if the offense comes out. They need about 3.5 yards to get the first down. Back to Facebook I go. 4 new comments just rolling in. Caden Riddle cheering on the Colts. Nice alumni from here. Michael Knapp on the other side of the equation says, go Spartans. John Deere, I thought the kick was pretty good. Pam Mowry, bring it in for the win, Colts. Let's see if we got anything new on the YouTube. We do not.
And this is one of the joys of, you know, being defense first. You're able to see exactly what you have to do. If Pleasant goes for it, then you know you need a field goal. If they don't convert, if they do convert, then you still know what you need to get. But by winning the toss and taking defense is vitally important in these overtime games.
Do you try to tack on the 3 if you're the head coach?
You know, I don't know if 3's enough. I think you got to keep going and trust your defense too. They still gotta have they still have to kick it. He's trusting his quarterback to make a play. Remember, they got 13 singled up top. They're going to motion this way and maybe run that comeback route up top. We'll see what they do here.
It'll be empty. Lowry looking left all the way, pitch and catch.
That's it. Right there, they cleared him. They cleared out the corner, and the second receiver is able to make a nice cut and catch. You know, that's the second time he's went for it on 4th down, and it's really paid off for the Spartans.
And Alec Columber not laying out for that one, just making the grab and getting out of bounds for a big Home and Kitchen Supply first down.
Now they're back into that double tight look, foot to foot. They've been giving the ball to number 7 up the middle. Is the quarterback going to keep one of these?
He'll fake it to Niederhouswer and lob it into the hands of Chase. Trachtenberg for the touchdown.
Nice little bootleg. The tight end up top kind of went down like he's blocking and then breaks it off. Quarterback was able to get rid of it over the top. Nice play by the quarterback. Good play called by the Spartans.
Show it to you one more time on the Mechanics Bank replay. Gets just enough of a bite, and then basically real similar to the play that they scored on earlier with Trachtenberg. Opposite side this time, and the Spartans strike first in overtime session number 1. Van Oosten on for the PAT. Perfect 2 for 2 on kicks tonight. And he will drill that one as well. So the Colts in their offense, they'll have an opportunity now to try to even things up as we take one last look at the beautiful play design and give some credit to Lowry. Pressure in his face, drifting away, right-handed quarterback going to his left, and he puts it right where it needed to be.
Great play call again by Coach over there, and good sell by the tight end to hang in there, and be able to peel off and get the touchdown.
A lot at stake here tonight for both of these teams. Clear Fork, even though they're a 1-4 squad, plenty of playoff points up for grabs here tonight if they can knock off Pleasant. And for the Spartans, still everything at their feet in terms of the MOAC. Just one loss so far in the conference. And a lot of the top dogs still coming up on their schedule over the last 4 weeks.
Now here we are. We got 9 in, and we got Sansom in, and we got 21 as the tailback. Here's a fullback trap to number 9.
This is Appleman. Fights for extra yardage, 6-yard pickup. Trap play against the teeth of the defense, and then he's brought down by Avery Hamper at the end.
I got one of the Clear Fork greats up here saying hi to us. Great softball player, great mom, great student, Ohio Dominican, All-American. Taylor, it's great to see you.
And a couple of future Colts, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, they're
All right.
future Colts. She's one of the great ones here, Brian. All-American softball player, pitcher.
Oh, I remember this one. Great career, and hopefully cheering on her alma mater to a win here tonight.
Well, I think she's kind of got a rooting on dual. I think Coach Winkler is her cousin over there. So she's wearing the green, but she's kind of maybe rooting for Cuz a little bit.
Colts are going to need 3 yards here on 3rd down.
Well, at least you... Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, at least it's 2 down territory. And, again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but you know what you need to get here. They're in a trips look over up top.
And it's going to be Schmidt dotting the I. He goes left side. Head of steam into some trouble. A lot of bodies all in there.
Looks like where they spotted it, it's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, he was able to filter his way through just enough out to about the 10-yard line. And just look at this. He's about 2 yards shy there, Sean. 2nd effort, 3rd effort, and he falls forward. They will indeed award him a Home and Kitchen Supply 1st down.
Well, we talked about him being 150 pounds, but he's running with the lean tonight, and good for him. He knew where he had to go, and he went and got that 1st down. Now here's number 40 in again. I love this kid. Big, tough blocker. Watch for them to just say, okay, we're going to come right at you, Pleasant, and run this ISO. You stop it. Let's see if they can do it.
That's Blake Schlosser, the lead blocker here. It opens things up. It looked like Porter was going to shoot through and then just trot into the zone.
And these Clear Fork kids are coming off the football. You see number 77. He's got 59 back here on his back. These guys are hungry. They're ready for a score. These kids are coming off the ball. 21's running with the lean. This is old-fashioned Clear Fork football right here, running the ISO. Gotta love number 40.
They're on the doorstep, 5 yards away here, and 3 downs to do it.
Now they got 40 and Samson on the same side. Here they come this way.
Stutter step, and Schmidt in some trouble. He will get planted. Brennan Ringlet with the stop.
Number 56 has had a great game. That's who it was, right?
Actually, that was Casey Miller. Yep.
Great job by him. He's had a heck of a night. Well, you got to get 5 yards. You got 2 chances to get 5 yards. Let's see if Clear Fork can muster it up. Get behind that big number 77 and number 40 and make Pleasant stop your running game. And now they're going to go shotgun. Look for Sansom. There he goes. He's going outside.
Yeah, they go to the short side of the field, and he comes up short, about 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage. And the Colts down to their final down.
Lost a couple yards on there. I liked what they did on first down. They got behind number 40 and ran the ball, and they gained 6 yards. 59's down.
So we've got an injured player down on the field, maybe just a cramp. Seems to be the situation.
Is that 59? I don't see a 59 on the roster. Huh.
Well, as they stretch him out, Sean, obviously this is a huge down coming up here for the Colts. And when you get into this territory down inside of the 10-yard line, the entire game changes. It's almost like a second style of football where all the bodies are compact all into one area. So the Colts, I'm sure they're working on this down in the red zone each and every week at practice. Got to have a few plays that you're pretty confident and comfortable with that you can come out and run here on a 4th down.
Well, yeah, you always want to practice your goal line offense during the week. And, I'm sure that they've got some sort of play set up for this. I was just a little bit surprised they didn't stay leaning on number 21 and say, get us in the end zone, 21. We're going to get behind these backs, and we're going to block. So we'll see what they do here.
The game on the line right here.
Now let's look for a fullback in the flats or something over here this way.
Appleman's in at fullback. Schmidt, the deep back, and the Colts are going to burn their timeout.
I just can't imagine that they're going to line up in that I formation and run the ball. Typically down in here, these backs get lost when you're playing man-to-man, and you want to try and slip it back out into the flat. So I think that's what they were looking. They were looking up top, and they saw that weak side defensive end had walked off into the flats.
Over on the Facebooks, some comments flying in. Keep them coming, guys. And then a lot of love for the Spartans out there over on our YouTube channel. About 500 of you all watching together live and free right now. This game boiling down to this. One more play for Clear Fork. They need 7 yards and to get into the end zone for an opportunity to try to extend here into a second session.
Well, it's they called timeout to see what they were looking at, see how they were aligning to it. They had the fullback line this way, and he was covered by the strong safety out here. So it looks like they're coming out and they're spread people. They're going to put 2 receivers out there, and here we go.
Martin to the far side, Evans to the near side, and Schmidt the lone back. He stays in to try to block. Under pressure is hopeless. He throws it outside arm. It's picked off, and that'll do it. Marion Pleasant on the road gets an overtime victory over Clear Fork, and it's the defense that steps up when they needed it most.
Imagine that tonight, a defensive stop, and congratulations, Pleasant. But, these Clear Fork kids, they played hard. Just wasn't enough tonight, but they'll keep coming back, and they'll be ready to go next week. But congratulations to Pleasant. I like their coach going for it on 4th down both times, converting, and I thought that was a huge part of the game.
So this one in the books. Pleasant moves to 4-2 on the season. 17-10. They win it in the first overtime session. We'll take a commercial timeout. When we come back, you will hear from your Baker's Pizza Most Valuable Player. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know who you would like to hear from here tonight. And that'll all be on the way, including our post-game show. Me and Sean will put a bow on this thing coming up here in just a couple minutes. Stay with us.
watching Clear Folk Football on the OH.REPORT.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Tonight's high school football broadcast brought to you folks live and free thanks to our amazing sponsors, Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Just because life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately doesn't mean that you have to suffer. Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Jackson Well Services, family owned and operated since 1977 and serving all of Ohio. Tonight's broadcast also presented by Buckeye Horizon Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your local Trane comfort specialist, and Baker's Pizza, the place to go after every local game or to watch your favorite team in action. Come join them today and try their pizza of the month. We've got our most valuable player on the way up to the booth right now. You are going to hear from Jace Trachtenberg in just about 2 minutes. Stay with us. With your most valuable player, presented by Baker's Pizza, Jace Trachtenberg. 2 tutties tonight, including the game winner, and I want to start right there. Just the sensation when you get into the end zone, you put your team on top in overtime. What was it like for you and your boys to take the lead there?
It felt great. It's been a hard-nosed game. Back and forth, and we got it done, but I tried to remind the guys that we got defense and we need to get a stop. So that score put us in a good position, but we had to finish, and we did.
Defense was the name of the game all night. No first downs really in that third quarter, and then you come out, the nice long scoring drive, you cap it off with a touchdown at the end. What type of momentum were you guys able to find there in a game that it felt like it was pretty stagnant for a minute, and you changed the entire complexion with that drive?
Yeah, we knew that, we weren't really getting anything to go on offense, and we just had to stick with our game plan, stick together, play low, be more physical, because they're a good team. Their record doesn't show it, but they fought hard, and we made a play and we needed to.
You get to 4-2 on the season. This is a team, high expectations coming into the MOAC this year. Thought that you could be a contender. How were you able to get that rough taste out of your mouth from last week, where at home River Valley took pretty good care of you guys?
Yeah, it was hard. We were all pretty bummed the whole week, even Monday. But our senior leaders and the upperclassmen, we just emphasized we can't do anything about it. We got to move on and we got to get back next week, and we did that.
So moving forward, a lot of the top contenders in the MOAC still on your guys' to-do list here as you get into the second half of the season. How much fun are you expecting to have here, looking forward to everything that still lies ahead?
Yeah, I'm excited. We have Coach Carroll says, we have a great opportunity, and we put ourselves in a good position, but we got our hardest part of the schedule coming up. We got to come ready to play. Next week, Ontario at home. They're a great team.
A lot of seniors on this team, too. You're one of them. What can you say about this particular class and just what you guys all bring to the table in terms of knowing this is your last shot and you want it to be as special as possible?
Yeah, I feel like we've been playing together since we were 6 years old, and we have an unbreakable bond. And we also, like, we thought going in, like, we got to pick up what the past seniors did. You know, my freshman and sophomore year, we were bad, and we got out of a deep hole, and we figured we need to continue that and keep the program where it needs to be.
Well, congratulations. Big overtime victory here tonight. You account for both of the touchdowns for your squad. If you want to look into that camera, give as many shout-outs as you want, then we'll turn you loose.
Shout out to all my coaches, the fan base. We love y'all. Good win.
All right. Jace Trachtenberg, our Baker's Pizza MVP, got a little T-shirt for you, got a sticker for you as well. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
You're watching Clear Fork Football on the OH.REPORT.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
We welcome you back to the Clear Fork Valley hard-fought game. Overtime needed here tonight, but it's 17-10 Pleasant wins as we welcome you into the Buckeye Horizon post-game show. Brian Skowronski and Sean Adams with you on the call. You're a defensive guy. This probably really spoke to your soul tonight, Sean.
Well, you know, it was fun just to watch another high school football game, especially in this venue, and two old-fashioned teams going at it. You know, one trying to get it one way, one trying to get it another way. And, you know, it all boils down to getting those first downs and getting into the end zone, which was limited tonight. And, you know, a couple plays by Pleasant got them across got them the W. So congratulations to Pleasant. What a great kid that was up here, player of the game. You know, I talked to him after you got done, and he said, you know, they ran a lot of zero coverage, and so we wanted to pick him. Remember I said trips into the boundary, we'd pick him, and here he came. And so he was able to break free a few times. And, you know, congratulations to Pleasant. And, you know, I got to give credit to the coach over there. You know, he went for it twice on fourth down, and I'm like thinking to myself, what would I do? And, you know, he made the right calls, and ultimately I think he got his team a victory, and that's what coaches do.
He did it despite only having 4 first downs the entire game. And you look at the total offense, only 161 the total here tonight, Sean. Colts not a whole lot better. Like I was saying, a defensive coordinator here on the call with me, watching two teams shut each other down. And it was just about making the plays when it mattered most. And when they got down into the red area in the first half, stopped a couple times on fourth down in the second half. And then in overtime, the nice calls. Talked about Trachtenberg, knew that if they could get the pick play, it would work. And so coaching pays off. They see something, and that's how they're able to escape out of here after stopping Clear Fork out of the end zone on that fourth down.
Well, and, you know, Clear Fork did a great job, too. Let's give them some credit. You know, after they scored, Pleasant came down and scored early in the fourth quarter. Clear Fork mounted a huge drive, you know, 80-some yards, and, you know, led by Mason Hofleck. And you know, those kids are resilient. They've got great coaches. And, you know, they were able to put their kids in a position to win, too. You know, they won the toss and took defense. They knew what they had to get. Just wasn't their night tonight. But, you know, when you face 20 seniors and you're mostly underclassmen, that's a big difference. And, you know, one of these days, Clear Fork is going to be the old guys in the booth. And then they'll end up learning a lesson from this and winning those tight games.
Moving forward for Pleasant, they've got Ontario next week. Do get them at home, though, over in Marion. That, of course, is going to have major implications on who ends up winning the league. And for the Colts, at 1-5, traveling on the road, they are also going to Marion, but they're taking on a Harding team. They've been struggling. They're at the bottom of the conference right now with the Colts, so you never want to look at an opponent and say that that's the right one to show up on the schedule, but it could be a get-right type of game for Clear Fork coming off of this hard-fought loss.
Well, I think Clear Fork, it's a tale of two different tapes. You know, I think Marion Harding wants to spread you out and go empty and utilize all their athletes over there. But Clear Fork, I think, has got the recipe to beat Marion Harding. They're going to line up and say, okay, we're going to come right at you. You stop us. And, you know, I think they're going to get off the schneid next week against Marion Harding and then try and get on a roll as the last 4 weeks come after them.
Speaking of getting on a roll, I got to get on a roll back to the studio. We still got the Friday Night Pigskin coming up tonight, live and free, right around 11:30 p.m. So we will put a bow on tonight's game. Sean, thanks so much for coming out here and doing this one again with me here in the Valley. My camera guy tonight, the great Jeremy Peoples upstairs, bringing you all of the awesome views. We couldn't do it live and free without the participation of all of our generous sponsors: Jackson Well Services, Buckeye Horizon, Baker's Pizza, Mechanics Bank, Home and Kitchen Supply, Avita Home Health and Hospice, and the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. For Jeremy and Sean, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long here from Bellville. I'll see you guys in just a little bit on the Pigskin. So long for now.